There's a scrape across the face. That's what Clark didn't like. And then Mabry came in with a bump.
You can't claw someone in the eye. Eject her. Eject both of them. Eject both of them. So there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Nothing there. JC Shelton claws her in the eye. Then the two of them get into it. And then Mabry just goes and shoves her onto the ground. Eject both of them.
You've got to be kidding me. Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball right now, just got hit square in the face during live play, and guess what the refs did? Nothing. No whistle. No review. No protection. And this isn't new. It's just the latest in a growing list of dirty, dangerous hits that Clark has taken this season with zero help from the officials. We're talking about a star who's boosting the entire WNBA, and she's being treated like an afterthought. So how many more times is Caitlin Clark supposed to take a hit to the head before the league steps in? Let's break down 5 key reasons this moment is bigger than just one missed call. It's a complete exposure of a system that's failing to protect its biggest star.
Like, she clawed her in the eye. Like, let's look at this in slow motion. Let's look at this in slow motion. That is a clear as cut, all day ejection. There's no question about it. She's going nowhere near the ball. She's nowhere near the ball. She just grabbed her in the eye. She just eye gouged her. She just clawed her. There's nowhere near the ball. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no question about this. She clawed her in the eye.
This wasn't a subtle bump or some incidental contact in traffic. Caitlin Clark got straight up smacked in the face. During a live play with cameras rolling in full view of the refs, and the worst part? You could see her head snap back from the impact. She staggered, grabbed her face, clearly shaken, and yet, the whistle? Nowhere to be found. The ref stood feet away and stared directly at the hit and let it go. No foul, no flagrant, not even a basic personal. That's insanity. In any other league with any other star, the game would have stopped. Trainers would have been called. A review would have been triggered. But this is Caitlin Clark, and apparently she's playing by a different rulebook. One where she gets fouled harder, hit more often, and called less than anyone else on the floor. We need to stop treating these incidents like isolated events, because they're not. Caitlin Clark has been targeted all season long. She's been shoved during free throws, she's been undercut on drives, she's been poked in the eye, tackled under the rim, and now, smacked in the face. And every time, the refs act like it's business as usual. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. A clear refusal to enforce the rules when it comes to one specific player. And if you think fans haven't noticed, check the comment sections. The WNBA is getting torched online because viewers are seeing the same thing game after game. Caitlin Clark gets fouled and gets ignored. How long does this go on before the league finally admits there's a problem? Because this isn't letting them play. This is straight up endangerment. And if Clark ends up seriously injured because of it, the league's silence will be to blame. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark getting hit in the face. It's about what happens after. Or more accurately, what doesn't happen.
She clawed her in the eye. That is an ejection. No question about it, that is an ejection. It's not even within 5 feet of the, not even within a foot of the ball. And then, by the way, that's an ejection too. That's an ejection too. Both of them are ejections.
Because every time she gets hacked, shoved, or blatantly fouled without a whistle, the WNBA loses a little bit of its legitimacy. And now, it's not just Clark that's being questioned, it's the entire league. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in women's basketball right now. That's not opinion, it's fact. The ticket sales prove it, the ratings prove it, the social media metrics prove it. She is single-handedly bringing millions of new eyes to the league. So when people tune in and see her getting hit, violently, clearly, and repeatedly, without so much as a whistle, that tells them everything they need to know about how seriously the WNBA takes its own product. And that disconnect and between hype and action, between marketing and reality, is dangerous. Because you can't say Caitlin Clark is our future and then let her get abused game after game. That hypocrisy undermines everything the league claims to be about. It damages trust. It weakens the message. Fans are seeing it. They're not casual anymore. They're invested. They're showing up, buying merch, posting clips. But when they see the star they came to support get hit in the face with no consequences, they feel betrayed. And betrayal kills fan bases. If people start believing that the WNBA doesn't protect its own, especially its stars, they'll stop watching. They'll check out. They'll decide it's not worth the emotional investment.
If the referees leave either of them, by the way, maybe, if we're going severity of it, JC Sheldon has to be ejected. JC Sheldon, the precedence that they will set, if JC Sheldon intentionally scratches somebody in the eye, there's no question about that. That is intentional.
This isn't just bad refereeing. This is a league-level crisis of accountability. And if the WNBA doesn't take action soon, it won't just be Caitlin Clark taking the hit. It'll be the league itself. This isn't some small-time controversy buried in the middle of the season. This is national conversation. Clips of Caitlin Clark getting hit in the face without a call are going viral across every platform. TikTok, X, Twitter, Instagram, ESPN segments, YouTube breakdowns, podcasts. Everyone's talking, everyone's analyzing, and everyone's asking the same thing.
Poked in the eye or gets clawed in the eye, and then JC Sheldon belly bumps her. She gets clawed in the eye, Sheldon belly bumps her, and Caitlin pushes her off. And then Marina Mabrey just shoves her into the referee onto the ground.
Why isn't the league doing anything? Mainstream media outlets are calling it out. Former players are tweeting about it. Coaches are being asked questions in pressers. Even NBA players are starting to react. This isn't a WNBA-only story anymore. This is a sports story, period. And it's becoming a PR disaster. Because while the outrage grows, the WNBA just stays silent. There's no official response, no clarification, no disciplinary reviews, no statement reassuring fans that this issue is being taken seriously. The league is acting like silence will protect them from the firestorm, but it's doing the opposite. That silence looks like guilt. It looks like cowardice. It looks like complicity. The WNBA had a golden opportunity here. A moment to step in, correct course, and show that they do care about players' safety and fairness. Instead, they chose to duck and cover. But the storm is only getting louder, because fans don't forget. Media doesn't forget. And Caitlin Clark's face, ugly, bruised, frustrated, and still unprotected, is now the face of that silence. Let's give Caitlin Clark all the credit in the world. Through every cheap shot, every missed call, every biased whistle, and now, getting smacked in the face with zero protection. She's stayed composed. She hasn't retaliated. She hasn't thrown elbows. She hasn't stormed out. She keeps showing up, keeps putting up 20-plus points, keeps being the professional the WNBA should be celebrating. But here's the question. Why does she have to? Why is the league putting all the pressure on her to be the bigger person while offering nothing in return? Why is the burden of professionalism, of sportsmanship, of self-control only placed on her when the referees and league officials are making it crystal clear they won't lift a finger to protect her? This isn't sustainable. No one, not even someone as talented and mentally tough as Caitlin Clark, can carry that load forever. At some point, the frustration will boil over. And then what? Are we going to blame her for finally snapping? Are we going to call her emotional or unprofessional when she finally reacts to the constant abuse the league has allowed? That's the setup right now. Clark is being pushed to the edge, physically and mentally, by a system that demands perfection from her, but delivers nothing in return. That's not leadership. That's exploitation. The WNBA is benefiting from her presence, her poise, and her draw. But they're giving her none of the respect and support she deserves. If Caitlin Clark walks away from this league, physically drained, emotionally burned out, or just done dealing with the double standard, it won't be because she couldn't handle it. It'll be because the WNBA let her down. And that would be the most devastating failure of all.